The No B.S. launch continues. Yes, $40,000 in cash and prizes. Are you going to want to participate in that? Let us know in the comments. Hi, this is Simon Leung back with Groove at any time, where we can be on at any time, on any day, to talk about just about anything. And yes, we have just welcomed yet and over 100 brand new members across all of our groups. So if you are watching us live, give us a hashtag live. If you're watching us on the replay, give us a hashtag replay. And more importantly, if you happen to be watching us and we can interact with you, we can engage with you, let us know by commenting inside of the comments your country, your city, as well as the time where you're at right now. And so because we have a lot of brand new members over the last several hours as well, just so that you know, we are in the middle of a pretty big launch right now where we are pretty much preparing for much bigger and better things. So if you're here and you're watching and you're observing everything that is going on, just know that very, very soon, everything that we're doing is in preparation for a lot of more exciting things to come. So if you want to be involved somehow, if you want to learn more about it, I, number one, invite you to watch all of our previous sessions of Groove at Any Time, which of course you can find right below this video. And number two, if you are so well inclined, you are more than welcome to reach out to me personally. Let's connect. Let's see how you can be a much bigger part of this community. And of course, if you want to be amongst one of the first to know anytime that we come on live, anytime that we have any big announcements, bonuses, announcements, and other types of updates that you should really get to know about, make sure that you have those notifications turned on. You've subscribed to our YouTube channel. You're pretty much, all over our social media, including Facebook, including Twitter, including Instagram, including Twitch, and everywhere else. Because as soon as we come on live, especially right here at Groove at Any Time, this is your big opportunity to be one of the first to know anytime anything amazing and exciting happens. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into some of the content and announcements that we have for you today. Now, yesterday, and we have been going on, yes, every single day, it feels like for the last week plus, every single day right here at Groove Anytime, because every day we have brand new announcements for you. So, of course, today is no different. And yesterday, just a quick recap, we did announce that right after this No B.S. event webinar with Mr. Mike Filsaime himself, yes, there was a lot of buzz. People have been talking about it. In fact, there are still people who are talking about it all around social media and everywhere else as well. And so you can pretty much tell that it's a really big deal. However, once again, if you've just joined us, make sure that you watch back our previous sessions of right here at Groove Anytime, because we want to make sure that you are not that far behind. Now, we did announce yesterday that unfortunately, if you somehow missed the live session, and I know, because we are a global community, it is impossible for everybody to make it live. And it just so happened to be at 2 p.m. EST, because of course, that's where Mike Filsaime is actually located in Florida. And so with all of that, I also understand that it is not reasonable for everybody around the world to actually watch it live. And so when I learned that there was no replay, I stayed up until 3 a.m. Actually, that's 3 a.m. when it started, and it lasted until past 6 a.m. my time. And that's because I knew of the value that these webinars actually have. And especially this being a very important webinar, an actual launch event with big announcements and news directly from Mike himself and the entire Groove team being in the background, answering questions, we knew that it was going to be a big deal. And even though, yes, unfortunately, I know that it can't be available for everybody at that time zone, at that actual slot, unfortunately, the news came back that there wouldn't be a replay. Okay, and so yesterday we announced this as the bad news, the not so good news, but the better news is that they're going one step further. In about 1 week's time, there will be an encore presentation, which means that Mike will take all the feedback, all of the improvements, and he will make this presentation even better. And next week, Wednesday, 2 p.m. EST, we will get another live encore presentation. Okay, so that is definitely very good news. And even greater news, I believe, not just for the new members, not just for those of you who maybe missed the presentation, missed the webinar, had no idea what was going on. Maybe you didn't get the message in time. Maybe you're brand new and you didn't get the opportunity to join us. Maybe the registrations didn't work. You didn't know what time it actually came on. Things came up, whatever. Okay, we know things come up, we know that things happen, and so it's great news for all of us to know that there will be an encore presentation. But in addition, it's even greater news, even much better news for all of us who actually are interested in becoming affiliates, who want to be JV partners, who want to collaborate with the Groove team, because as the title already attested, and what we mentioned at the beginning of this particular Groove Anytime episode, right? Over $40,000 in USD cash and prizes are being given away during this promotional launch. And so if you obviously want to be a part of it, this is great news for you as our affiliate. Why? Because it means that you have at least another week to prepare for this particular launch, which means now is a great time for you to participate in our launches. So I want to make sure that, of course, everything is working correctly, because yesterday, apparently my screen wasn't showing correctly. This is the beauty of technology. So I'm going to click on this and going to double check. And yes, it looks like this time you are watching my screen the way that you are supposed to. Okay. And this is our Groove JV page. And if you come over here into our Groove JV page, and by the way, if you're not in here already, you should be. The links are right below this video. You can see that over here in the announcements, the very top of the actual page, you should get the memo already if you haven't already. It is from the one, the only, our very own Joe Jablonski, Joey J, our lead JV guy right here inside the Groove. And his post says, hey, did you miss the memo? It's already happening. $40,000 in prizes. So as we said, if it's on social media, if it's coming from the Groove team, if people are talking about it, then it must be true, right? It's official. It's already inside of our Groove JV page. And yes, it is already happening. And we're talking about, by the way, USD, if you're wondering which currency we're talking about, because yes, we are a global community and Groove is a US company. So everything is in USD, including what you're going to be earning in commissions, in cash, in bonuses. Everything is in USD. So all of you international folks out there, myself included, because I am in Southeast Asia, well, guess what? This means that we get to earn USD online. How cool is that, right? So $40,000, not just in regular bonuses, but of course, also in prizes. Get over to our JV page so that you can read more about it, share more about it, share with your downline. Some affiliates are starting to make more on tier 2, which means the good news is that in addition to the direct sales that you make yourself, you refer people who also make affiliate sales, who also earn commissions. Well, the good news is that you also earn a nice, generous tier 2 commission as well. So in addition to all of that, tier 1, tier 2, and all the cash commissions, you also, as you can see right here in the screenshot image, right, over $40,000 in bonuses. Promotion begins March 5th and ends midnight, March 23rd. The time that we're watching right now, hopefully you're not watching us too late in the actual replay, but at the time that I'm going live right now, it is right in the middle of this, okay, the 12th of March, which means that we still have another 11 days left before this actually ends, which means that we have plenty of time to compete in the $40,000 in prizes, okay? So what are we talking about in terms of the $40,000 in bonuses? Well, as always, if you simply go to our JV page, you will always get the latest and greatest information. The moment that you even come over here, okay, right at the top, you will see exactly where that screenshot actually came from, right here on this page, right? Over $40,000 in bonuses. And yes, once again, it is in USD. Promotion begins March 5th and ends midnight March 23rd. So again, if you are brand new, if somehow you're joining us right here for the very first time, you have no idea what we're talking about, go to the Groove JV page. Again, link right below this video. Come over here and watch this video presented by Mr. Mike Filsaime himself for about 5 minutes and let him explain to you exactly everything that is going on. And just so that you know, when this video and this page officially updated and premiered a little bit over a week ago, everyone was really excited about this particular No B.S event that is coming up and everything. And so one thing that, as we just mentioned, this No B.S event actually already happened a couple of days ago. And even though there is no replay, the good news is there will be an encore presentation. So if somehow you missed the memo, if you missed the information yesterday, we also showed you this page, albeit during the actual live demo part of it, there were some technical difficulties and people were not able to see this page or whatever else. It's okay. Hopefully you're able to see this right here, right now. As you can see, on the 10th of March, on Wednesday at 2 p.m. EST, that was when the original webinar actually took place. And now the good news is that, as you can see over here, on the 17th of March, next Wednesday at 2 p.m. EST, the exact same time, okay, there will be an encore presentation. So this is pretty much just a reminder of everything that we had already discussed. What I really want to show you right now is a little bit more information about the over $40,000 USD in bonuses. As you scroll down just a little bit, you will see right here where it says quick links. Okay, so over here, you will see right underneath that there is a clickable button called prizes that you can click on. Okay, and if you've actually been a part of anything that we've been talking about recently, right here on Groove, even back in October, we've been talking about during the actual Groovathon, the 14-day Groovathon, where the entire team at Groove, plus some of our VIP guests, our experts, our panelists, we ran a 2-week straight, 14 days straight, 24/7 Groovathon, where everything was live. Okay, it was a 24/7 live stream that went on for 14 days straight. And of course, during that time, we talked a whole lot about going live as well, using technology, using software, the equipment, and everything that was involved. And so even back all the way then, we've been talking about how good it is that you should actually have all these different types of equipment for you to go live and be professional and promote your products and services, because it made sense. With Groove, we are going to be launching our own versions of live streaming software as well as webinar software in just several weeks' time. So all those things are all very, very exciting for us to be a part of. And so, as you know, in preparation of going live, whether you want to do live streams, like what we're doing right now, whether you want to do webinars, you want to do sales presentations, you want to do group meetings, you want to go out there and present to fellow Groovesters, right? It's all up to you. Yes, you will need the right equipment. And as you can see, with some of the equipment that Mike Filsaime uses and the Groove Studio actually is equipped with all of our, executive leaders and executive team members of the Groove team, of the Groove company, they use a lot of this equipment, which, as you can see, is not only expensive, but it's also what they recommend as well. And we seeing that, yes, it is a little bit pricey. We decided that as a company, if you are one of the top performers in this particular launch, then you should qualify to actually win some of these prizes as well. So just really quickly, you can see that the first place grand prize winner is gonna win actually up to $8,300 USD in value worth of prizes. Okay, not only does it include a Canon C70 cinema camera with lens plus ATEM Mini Extreme ISO. You can see that I am not very well versed when it comes to all these different types of products. But if you see anything that Mr. Mike actually produces and what comes out of that studio, you will know the caliber of the equipment that they use. And these are the exact types of products that not only do they recommend, but are also being given away. So as you can see, yes, the first place winner is going to win this grand prize, which I guarantee is going to get you some really, really high quality streaming as well as going live type of footage, because together they allow you to switch between camera and microphone inputs at the push of a button. So really professional producers, this is the kind of equipment that they have. But even if you're not a first place winner, as you can see, when we scroll down, second place winner, they also get something that is not too shabby. Okay, this is actually $6,700 in real world value. So it's definitely something that you're not going to want to miss out on as well. Or even third place, plus some additional prizes. As you can see here, fourth place, fifth place, sixth place, all the way down to 25th place. You can see that each and every one of these positions, whether you get some type of a camera with lens or some type of a gadget, some type of a switcher or a microphone, a professional microphone, a wireless microphone, right? These lights, lighting kits, a ring light, as well as a tripod, plus green screen, you can see that all these are professional products that real live streamers are going to use. And yes, these are real prizes that you can potentially win, of course, if you happen to be in the top 25. Okay, so highly recommended that you do as much as possible. Watch every single previous episode that I have done every single day in the last, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 days, okay? Because we've been talking about nothing except for this particular launch. And not only that, in the next few days, we're going to continue to have some additional updates for you as well. So make sure that you are subscribed, you've liked, you've followed all of our social media, plus turn on those notifications, because you're going to want to be notified anytime that we're live with these announcements, okay? So those are the top 25 positions, plus as you can see, when you scroll down just a little bit more, you can see that our leadership board is now live, okay? Last time in one or maybe more of the previous episodes, we mentioned that yes, there will be a leaderboard, and all of that will be announced right after Mike goes live with his No B.S webinar. And here we are 1 or 2 days after the actual webinar is up. And so now our leaderboard is live. As you can see, the top, I don't know, 20, 25 or so are right here, as you can see them. And so the good news is you still have a good 1.5 weeks left before this promotion is over, which means that you still have a great opportunity to kick off some of these people off of the top 25 and maybe get your spot in one of these positions so that you can win one of these prizes. But in the meantime, for any single one of you who right now are on the top leaderboard, okay, a huge congratulations. As you can see the number of uniques. You can see the number of sales that are being made so that you will know exactly what it takes to overtake them on the leaderboard. But notwithstanding, as you can see, we have our leaders right here. You can see them by name. So a huge congratulations. I am also seeing not only brand new names, but I'm also seeing names that were here in the last Groovathon, including our first prize winners, our second prize winners, our third prize winners, and of course, many additional brand new affiliates as well. So as you can see, competition is fierce, but at the same time, it is all in friendly competition because we want to support and encourage everybody to win as well. So with that, this is my update for you pretty much, and I want to congratulate you for joining us again, either hashtag live or hashtag on the replay, because this is going to be an exciting continuation of our launch, which isn't going to end until March 23rd. Okay, so today again is the 12th, which means that we have about 11 days left, which means that you have 11 days worth of time to continue to contribute, to continue to promote, and of course your chance to win all these prizes and overtake as one of the leaders in these top 25 positions. All right, so with that, I want to thank you for your time today. Before we let you go, I do want to say hi to a couple people who are right here in the comments. We're not going to dive too deep into it because it's Friday evening for me. And so, of course, we want to do some family stuff as well. But just one or two friends. Willie Crawford, of course, blast from the past. My friend that I've met all the way back, I believe, in 2006 at one of my first internet marketing seminars, one of the veterans in the internet marketing space. So if you are a part of Groove and you don't know who Willie Crawford is, you need to get to know him. Okay. And he says, Groovy, time in the Groove studio. Yes, absolutely. We also have Wes Wyatt, another one of my buddies, who said, I think it was about a week or two ago, he sent me a message both on Facebook as well as LinkedIn, and he said, can you believe we met over 10 years ago at Ken MacArthur's JV Alert Live? And I forget which city, but I believe that for Mr. Willie Crawford, we may have actually met at a JV Alert Live event as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's in Philadelphia. Okay. And so with that, Wes, also another one of my long-term internet marketing buddies. And he says, good morning here in Ohio, USA, that is. Have a dynamite day and weekend, you as well. It is 8 close to 30 p.m. in the evening for me. And so with that, everything is, of course, going to be happening in the evening. Okay, we have Kundan. Forgive me if we have mispronounced your name, but he says greetings from Pink City, Jaipur in India. So thank you very much for joining us in India. And then we have another friend who is saying, what is the promotion? Which, of course, we've been sharing with you every single day for the last week plus. So again, I highly recommend that in order for you to get all caught up, simply watch the replays of our previous episodes of Groove Anytime. The link you can find right below this video, as well as catch the replay of this particular episode right after we're off the air so that you can see the entire thing live. Okay. And of course, Willie Crawford is saying, yes, JV Alert Philadelphia. That would have been in June of 2006. And while I was still actually an employee at Google. Okay. So the thing is, if you haven't heard too much about our story of Freedom Day, how Mike Filsaime inspired me to leave Google, I met Mike and he inspired me to leave Google on August 5th, 2006, which I did because he left his job on August 5th as well. And about 2 months prior to that, I was at JV Alert Philadelphia in June of 2006. And that was the event that I met people like Willie Crawford. I met people like Joel Comm there. I met Sterling Valentine and I think Frank Sousa and Cody Moya and just a whole bunch of other really who's who of internet marketing. A really great event. And I believe it was definitely a huge opportunity. Anytime that we can, I think the next live event that we can probably go to would be the upcoming GrooveCon or the Marketers Cruise, whenever that will be. And so lots of really cool stuff to look forward to, especially if you're right here within the Groove community. All right, so with that, a quick summary of everything that we have discussed here with you here today. Yes, the No B.S. event launch continues, which means that in the next week or so, we still have the opportunity to promote, win those prizes, and get on those leaderboards, as well as, of course, be the opportunity to be here as everything is updated, announced, including those leadership boards, so that you can see who is at the top. Watch those previous episodes. As we just mentioned, especially if you're brand new, if you don't know what promotion I'm talking about, if you don't know the strategies we've been sharing with you, definitely catch those previous episodes. We have a few hours worth of content for you. So obviously that would be the absolute best way for you to get caught up right now. So watch those, get the full scoop, get all the training, but more importantly, stay tuned, especially in the next few days, even though it's gonna be the weekend. Yes, I know, I will still be here for Groove Anytime because we are moving at the speed of thought and so many new updates are happening that I wanna make sure that you are up to date. So stay tuned for more of that. later on this weekend as well. So for all of you who are here right now, on behalf of the Groove team and myself, we want to thank you for being a part of Groove Anytime. Please let us know if you have any questions. Of course, take action on everything that we've shared with you. Take action on that right now. I'll see you on the next one. And in the meantime, inside of our group, we'll also see you on the inside. All right. Thank you very much. Have yourselves a nice weekend, but also stay tuned right here because we're going to be back here on Groove Anytime on Saturdays and Sundays. So make sure that you are here with us. All right. We'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, folks. You gotta get into the groove.